If you're watching this video, it means you're ready for part 4 in this 5-part series of how to start a YouTube channel. I'm ready for it too if you are, so let's get into it. Welcome back to another one of my videos, guys. I'm so glad you're here. As always, if you're new, my name is Jake King, and I make videos for you, the creator. Now, these videos can include tips, tricks, tutorials, reviews, unboxings, and just all kinds of good things that are gonna help propel you on your journey as a creator and help you be as successful as you can be. Now, if that's the kind of content you're into, consider subscribing below because it helps more than you know. Now, guys, I'm ready for this part 4 out of this 5-part series because guess what? That means we're almost done with it. And when we are done, you're gonna be able to get up and running the best way possible. In the last video, we talked about optimizing your channel for any viewer that comes there so they know what your channel is about and they look at it and they think it's a very professional looking channel. Today, we're gonna talk about optimizing the video that you have uploaded. We've talked a few times about YouTube being a search engine, and I wanna make sure that when people search for things, your videos pop up. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the YouTube studio. I'm gonna show you how the studio works a little bit, how to get everything optimized, and some best practices. So let's go ahead and do it. So now we're ready to go ahead and break down the optimization of the video that you have uploaded. By this point in time, you have recorded and edited the video, you have set up your channel, and you have your video uploaded to YouTube and you're ready for it to go live. So we're gonna use one of my videos that I haven't done yet. This video was actually streamed live on May 25th, but I never optimized it. And I'm gonna go ahead and break this down for you. We're gonna go through the important parts and the things that you should pay close attention to when optimizing a video. Because remember, YouTube is a search engine. In fact, it's the second largest search engine on the internet, next to Google, and Google owns YouTube. So we mentioned that in the last video, but we're gonna take a deep dive in now to how to get that video that you've uploaded and are ready to show people to that search engine the best way that you can. So here we have gone into the YouTube studio, the beta. I actually like the beta, which is an unpopular opinion. But if you click on your picture up in the top right hand corner where it says your channel, if you're not in the beta, you can click the beta right below it. Once you're there, you'll see the list of your videos on the uploads, or if you've done live, you'll see the live videos there. The one we're gonna work with is an introduction of sorts. Now, you should already have your thumbnail most likely in place. If not, to get your thumbnail in place inside, once you click on that video, you can add it right here in this bottom corner. All I've done is add a title on the picture. Since it was a live stream, I wanted people to see that it was a setup like that in the thumbnail. So let's go ahead and break down what we're looking at here. We have 2 tabs, the basic and the advanced. We're not gonna really worry about the advanced tab because we're just trying to get you up and going on YouTube. So we're gonna go ahead and focus on the basics. We have our title, we have our description, and if we scroll down a little bit, we'll have where we can enter our tags, playlist, cards, and end screen. Cards are when you're watching the video. Up in the top right hand corner of the video, you'll have those little things pop up that are suggesting something else. That's where you add your cards. It's a quick link to another video. The end screen is at the very end of the video where you see the different suggestions pop up, or the subscribe button as well. I typically have a picture at the end of my video. That way those in-screened items can sit there just pretty on top of that picture. So that's what those 2 do. If you had a playlist, for example, if I had a live video playlist, which once I get enough live videos, I'm sure I'll add, you can quickly add it to the playlist there, or create a new playlist and add it to that as well. So let's go ahead and break down the 3 things that you need to pay attention to. Title. The title is the keyword that people are going to see immediately when searching for something. So if we look at my title here, there are no keywords for people to search and find it very easily. Since this is a live stream on my channel, I'm not too concerned about that, but if I wanted it to be keyworded so people can find it, I might put "Who is Jacob King?" and that would be a good title for the search engine. In the description here, this is going to be the breakdown of what the overall video is about. So if I go ahead and look at this, I had something pre-typed in. This is what the live description was, and I notice I immediately have a typo, so we want to fix that as well, because it's important that the spelling is correct, because this is going into that SEO coding, search engine optimization. Now with that as well, we want to make the description a very large description, because the bigger it is, the more that you're giving the search engine to look and find. So if I wanted to add some things here, for example, this says, take a minute to join me as I relive my past with and experiences with different areas of production. I think that sounds a little weird to me, but since I'm recording this, I can't focus on it as well as I'd like to. So maybe I want to break down, I dive deep into my history of photo, video, and overall production skills. So this is where I'm just going to describe my video. The title and the description are pretty straightforward. Just make sure you're using good keywords. Even further, in the description you can use hashtags. I wouldn't recommend more than 5. If you're going to do that, they'll also show up right below the video when people are watching it. I'm sure you've seen those at times. So now we're going to move on to the important part, the tags. You have 500 characters available to you in the tag description here, and each tag is going to be a separate or a string of keywords that the video is about. So for example, this was a live stream, so I can add that in there and hit comma, and you can see I have my first tag. This is my live stream, so maybe I want to add my name, so we'll go ahead and do that. There's my second tab, and we know it was an introduction, so we'll go ahead and add introduction. Also, remember the keyword that I mentioned up here in title, who is Jacob King. Maybe I want to add that down here, because even though I didn't want it in my title, people can still search that and this video will point to it. So who is Jacob King? And because I go by Jake, I also want to go ahead and add who is Jake King. That way I'm covering both searches just in case. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about that I think is decently important is how to optimize this. You want to use every single tag you possibly can. So you want to use all 500 characters. You also want to make sure that your tags, these keywords you're using, are also going to be in your description to some degree. Not all of them, but some of them. In fact, the goal is to have 5 keywords in the title, the same 5 keywords somewhere in the description, and the same 5 keywords somewhere in the tag as well. This way you are optimizing your SEO in 3 different points, and it's really pointing again to your video if someone were to search that. So really, optimizing your video is easy. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of thought. Make sure you have a catching, grabbing title. Make sure your description is full of words just in general that are going to be keywords, obviously, but also things that are describing your video, and make sure your tags are representative of what the video is. If you use incorrect tags or things that are not relevant to the video, YouTube will remove them and or change them altogether. I have seen it before, not very often, so just be cautious. I don't want to be tagging this with Peter McKinnon video, Peter McKinnon tutorial, Peter McKinnon review, or Matty Hapoya, or Jesse Driftwood, or any of the Dope Squad. I don't want to be putting all of their tags in here. But what I could do is I could use hashtag no small creator, because that would be a usable tag here. It's not referencing somebody else, it's not me, the video is not about somebody else, but it is a no small creator video, because there is no such thing as a small creator. So I do love using that. I love using things that are going to point in my general direction as the best way possible, and I think that's one of those tags as well. So just be careful with what you're doing, but make sure it is representative of the video. Once you have everything typed in, go ahead and save it up at the top. I save frequently, just like if I'm typing a Word document or something like that, because you never know if your computer may crash or something happens, or maybe you type something really cool. You don't want to lose that. Now, under advanced, we'll take a quick peek. It's not really that advanced. If, for example, with the live chat, if people were chatting with me there, they would be able to see what was being added. I can change the recording date, which we know was May 25th. So let's go ahead and change that. I like that because at the bottom of the video in the description, you'll see when it was recorded, and I check that frequently, so it's very easy to do. You can add your location, and if you have captions, you can add captions as well here, what kind of captions they are. That's the advanced. It's not a big advanced thing, but it is things that are gonna help your SEO coding. So once you kind of really get this portion down here, make sure that you go ahead and take a dive into the advanced as well. While we're looking at this YouTube Studio page, if you want to see your analytics, maybe edit the video here as well, you can see your comments and other things as well. So make sure that you take your time once you get comfortable with uploading some videos to explore the YouTube Studio, as it is an incredibly powerful tool for you to use. Now guys, hopefully you learned a few things during that tutorial. Hopefully you had some takeaways. I really think the most important thing is the tripled keywords, because when people are searching for your video, they are using keywords. So make sure whatever your title is, those keywords are also in your description, and you're using those keywords and tags. And I think another thing to remember is don't use incorrect tags. Use things that are relevant to your video. Getting your video optimized isn't hard, but it does take some time, and it does take some thinking and some creativity. And if you're making YouTube videos, you already have that creativity, and you can do a great job just like everybody else. So just take the time and be a little patient with it. It's not always fun, but it is important. So make sure you're doing it. Now, if this is a video that you enjoyed and you learned something, go ahead and subscribe below. If you could like this video, because it helps more than you know. And last but not least, guys, hit that bell. Stay up to date with everything I'm releasing. We have part 5 coming up, and I want to make sure that you guys get to see that, as well as another couple series I'm working on and some really cool collabs. So make sure you're getting notified by clicking that bell and staying up to date with everything that I have up and coming. And guys, with that, I will see you in the next video.